So we do have like 2 connections for those large roads. If we do that and then go this way with this, it becomes out of city limits, like ever so slightly. So let's not do that for now. Instead, let us get a refund for that. We'll build this out 1, so that we just want to make it so that it kind of like connects up nicely. And that does work. But I'll tell you what might work even better. If we have this come out extra 2, then you can see what that then does is that makes all of that road connect up perfectly. Luckily enough. And then if we have this one come out as far as it should do, then we should be able to connect up this. We might have to just make it 1 smaller, perhaps, just to try to fit it in. Yeah, it needs to be 2 rather than 1, I think. So 1, 2, like that, and then this becomes... It's still out of city limits. Oh man, okay, it's going to have to be even less than that. I wonder if... There's not even any way of, like, connecting up, unfortunately. It's like a long bit, but I'll explain what I'm doing in a minute. 1, 2, 3. This one's just going to be weird, but it doesn't matter because it's not going to be like a new connection or anything like that. So it doesn't actually make a difference. Perfect. Right. Okay. So it's a bit weird, but there's a reason for it. I'll explain it. It's the maximum of the land, basically. The part in the middle here. Usually, when you build a road, we can just do it over here, for example. When you kind of like just have a line down, you have a line like this, right? We've actually run out of money, so I can't demonstrate it to you. But what you'll notice is whenever we build any sort of like areas, any like junctions or blocks or anything like that, if they are in the smaller residential areas, they are kind of like 4 across, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 4 from one side, 4 from the other side. This one wasn't connecting as 4. It was connecting as 3 on both sides to a total of 6. So all we did is we expanded it out, so it is 4 on both sides. Nice large industrial. This is going to be just our really heavy industrial area now, because it's the best way that we could actually use the land. So we're going to just completely no man's land all of this, and then we're going to just make this all like high-level industrial area. Well, actually, we can only have just a solid industrial area. So whatever, just do it, Captain. We have like weird bits of land, which means we can have certain things in certain places and whatnot. So if we want to, that's entirely up to us. But essentially, to get in here and then to get back out again is going to be super easy. And I'll demonstrate that to you guys now. So clean, so simple, loads of roads. Everyone's super happy about it. Love it. To get in, you have to go... Oh, can we actually do this? Yeah, there we go. To get up... Whoops. Okay, we want this, but we want it the opposite way around. Can you please make that happen? There we go, right. To get in, you're on the in road. You either come in and off and whatever, you know, it's not realistic, but whatever, it's fine, it works. So you go in, you boom, you're in, fantastic, you're wandering around, do what you want, you're essentially you're laughing. Apparently you need to turn right there, it seems to say, which would kind of like lead me to believe that perhaps actually making the like a one-way might actually be more sensible, but whatever. Then all we can do here is just make this into a... It just wants to be there. Okay, whatever. It can just be there. And then that's going to just be a straight in, do what you want, kind of like out area. So in, you can go all the way around, do whatever you want, it's fine, and then you can go back out again if you want to. Lovely jubbly. No problem at all. So that works really, really well. What we're going to do now is we're going to see whether or not this connection actually works, because everything comes in the city this way, right? There's no way of actually getting across. Well, actually, no. People can go over there to go that way instead. That's something that we designed anyway. So people are only coming over here, and people are only using this lane, realistically, if they want to go over here. If they want to go into this area, they have other ways of doing that. And we can definitely change and fix and adjust things if we need to anyway. We need to make sure that there's power up there, which will happen by a pylon. But now we're losing money, so that means that we need to quickly just balance the books here and get a little loan, because otherwise we're gonna suffer miserably. So we'll just quickly, right on the cusp of the city here, or can we even fit this in? Oh yeah, look at that. How about that? How about that for a connection? I'm sure that once some of this comes in, that, well, I'm not sure, but I hope that there'll be a reconnection of some kind coming in, and then, you know, everyone will be fine. We could probably actually just make advantage of that little bit of land up here. Maybe. So we want to just do something like this. We could do, technically, or we could just go up one and do it straighter and more sort of normal looking. Like that. Yeah, and then just, you could just, that's the highway, but that's fine. Everyone's just wandering over there at like full speed, no problems at all. It actually works out quite well. So let's see over here what does actually happen. Do people always go right to get through into the industrial area? It looks like they do. So there's an opportunity for us to do some kind of an update then. Oh no, that guy didn't. That one went straight on. I'm pretty sure I just saw that, did I? Let's just double check that before we carry on here, because we are back in the money again now, so we don't need to worry too much. Everyone's just going right now. Get it right now. No, there we go. Someone went left. Okay, so you can go left there. That's fine. They're just the roads are a bit confused, and then these guys are allowed to merge back on again. For everybody to get into a large portion of the rest of the city, they do that by going that way. For some reason, garbage collection broke for a bit there, which I think is why everyone's like, oh, garbage, no! But that shouldn't be a major issue right now. Or are these just all full? They're all full. Okay. Fine. Wow. And this is this incineration plant is like operating to full capacity. Man, okay. I guess maybe we need to have another incineration plant. We're making so much trash here. Like an insane amount of trash. Yeah, we need to make more incineration plants. Like 2 extra ones just there, just ready to go. Can we just like do the same thing we did last time? Multiple problems. Whew. Oh baby. I just want to fill up the reserves that are in these plants here, just so they've got something to work with, because that seems to be the best way to take care of this problem. Yep, and then we'll just stop that. And then these are all operating normally. They can all just go out and get trash, whatever. Fine. It's just such an insane amount of trash, though, isn't it? It's an absolutely crazy amount that we are producing. It's probably because we're quite a lot of uneducated idiots right now. But that should have taken care of that issue. Now, just notice that there is one small problem. For our trash guys to get over there, it's a massive, massive drive. So, what we need to do is we need to give people a second chance to get on. And in fact, it might make more sense to have... That's interesting. This might be a little bit more tricky than I initially thought. We might need to... Instead of having this connected up here, we might need to actually have a road that comes off at that point instead, like a highway connection that's going to have to go up and then down. Now, how do you do ups and downs in this game? I've forgotten. Is it like plus and minus? Nope. Is it like up and down arrows? Nope. Tildes, brackets, control, 1. No, that's pausing the game. Oh, God. Okay. There's probably a way of doing that. We could probably let them just re-get on, but then that's not going to solve anything here. We just need something to go over the top and to reconnect them. So if we... There's nothing else in the area that we can use. I'm kind of thinking that we might need to switch these back around again. It might make more sense to switch it back around again anyway. So let's... Yeah, let's do that. And then we can probably have like a... Yeah, then this goes up here, a connection goes off here, and that just sort of like connects up. I think that's gonna make it the easiest way of doing things. Let's quickly double check in the key mapping here. Yeah, it's page up and page down to build elevation up and down. So let's just come off here and see what it's going to take us to actually... Whoa. Oh my god, wow. Okay. What are we going to have to do to build this in here? See, I like that. That's going to work out really nicely for us, but in order for us to build that... Oh, we might have to just build an extra thing that comes off of there. I don't know if we could actually just do that. That's like the ideal solution, is to be like, bang, just... It's just massive, isn't it? It's ridiculous. I must have just pressed a button, I have no idea. Home? End? No, I don't know. I don't want to press too many buttons in case I stop the recording. Oh, there must be some way I can do this. All we need to do is just kind of like get this to be able to come off at some point. Like, that would be so perfect. Just to come off of there. But it's not going to happen. So we're going to have to like do it here. And then have it just sort of... Whoa. Whoa. We need to get to a point where it just says... The only problem is money. But the chances of that are so slim. Oh, man. Right, okay. I think the only solution is to make a little bump. This is gonna look awesome. So what we're gonna have these roads connect at this point here. Check this out. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? We might have to take out another loan to make it happen, but it's gonna be beautiful when it does. Here we go. Big old road. Make your magic happen. Don't have enough money. Budget panel. Give me a second loan. Right, we don't have much money, more money to mess around now. So if this fails, the city fails, and that would be a freaking nightmare. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. Road, page up. Doesn't need to be big page up. Just needs to be enough. Yeah. Nice. That's like a glorious connection that I've just made there. Oh. It's freaking out about the page up I just tried to do. There. Just maintain and page down. Oh, wow. There you go, guys. So, now what we have is the same system that we've built. We still want to turn these around. We want to have this one as the, like, on-ramp. Because I still feel like that makes more sense. Let's see if we can do it without taking that person's house out. It's so tight. There we go. That's just like the... If anyone wants to get on, they can just get on. And then this one over here is the get off ramp instead. Because I feel like that makes more sense. We need to just kind of try and make it so that it works. Come on. There you go. Cool. On-ramp. Whatever. I'm starting to not care anymore. So, was that right? Did I do that right? Yeah, you get off and back onto the highway that way. You get on and back onto... You get off of it there. I think that makes sense. We could probably change it and stuff if we wanted to. But anyway, people come off there, and then that takes them all the way down. We're going to have to probably just demolish this little part that we've built here, because it's not going to... Unless it can actually connect into there, can it? So actually, it probably could really well, actually. That might work out for it. Because it's just kind of like moving a little bit anyway, but technically it doesn't need to. We don't need to worry about that too much. So yeah, we'll just have it there for now. Whatever, we can always come back and change these things later on, can't we? As we already said before. So now we have off-ramp here, which goes into this like massive long boulevard, huge, delicious, wonderful long road that goes all the way through the city, no problem at all, bish bash bosh. If you wanted to get to the other side of the city anyway, we already know that this side has a different system that is currently working for it, and we will change it when it no longer works, essentially. But this system now should take care of that problem. And finally, the final situation, the rubbish collection comes in. It can't get over there, so it goes through and then just straight through to the other side. And if people want to just take that quick journey, they have that road that they can do that on. So that was insane. That was so difficult to work out how to fix that, but I think I've now solved the problem. I think. Oh dear. Okay, I haven't fixed the problem, and we're running out of money because this is the wrong way round. But we can solve that super duper easily if it doesn't break for some weird reason, because games like to do that. Games like to break for weird reasons. So let's just hope. There we go. Right, okay. Reconnected again. And that works really well. People seem to be choosing this road over other roads right now. But, I mean, there was bound to be a fire there, but there's nothing we can do about that. We still have a fire station around here, don't we, somewhere? Where is the fire station? Where did I put it? Yeah, it's just there. It is still connected. Okay, we're now a small city. We are still expanding. Even though it's quite small, we are still expanding. I'll tell you what we'll do. Just because people probably will just make people's lives a bit easier. They can just go straight through if they want to. So now, if we go back into the traffic overlay, the only places that there are traffic is the on-ramp here, where, to be honest with you, there's not much I can do about that one anyway. We could technically change that on-ramp and put it like all the way round like that. Like at this point, I expect. No, okay, well, whatever then. I don't care. Oh, that's an out ramp. Is that right? Yeah, it's not right. No, it needs to be an in ramp. There you go. Just go for it, guys. Whatever. If you need to get in, you can get in. I guess again, technically, it does make sense to have this one-way ring road all around the outside, but there's no way that I'm going to mess with it for now. That we are still losing money. So let's. Oh, we got a bit of a budget bonus, didn't we? So let's pay back this loan because we have the ability to do so. And then we can start thinking about more kind of like grandiose plans as we carry on now into the rest of the game. But I'll tell you what we can do whilst we're here is think about dezoning a little bit of this industrial here. We can still have the industrial kind of connecting here.